should be due a growth spurt by now.
Alright, hello everyone. So it's been quite a while since I've streamed before. I have a little bit of a new setup going on here with my avatar kind of in the upper left corner. So hopefully that works out really well. I tried to set it up so that it'll move its mouth only when I'm talking, and hopefully that works out just well enough for this stream. Today's stream is going to be a little bit more on the casual side. I am not an expert with Sayu by any means. I mean, most of us just got her yesterday, and based off of just all the videos that I've seen so far, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of people who fully know what her best build is yet, so I'm going to be testing out a few of them, just farming for talent materials, just kind of the basic stuff. If you have any questions about Genshin or anything, please let me know at any time throughout the stream. And in general, I would say that I am trying to stream this to some in real life friends as well. So if you guys have any questions, just ask, and I can ask any excuse me, I'm getting all tongue tied here. If you have any questions about Sayu specifically, feel free to ask, or if you have any questions about Genshin in general, please ask as well. I am on my main account, so I have most of my stuff here, and I'm excited to play. But yeah, nothing too informative or anything. I'm nothing too in-depth in terms of build guides for Sayu here. But if you have any questions, I can do my best. I feel like I'm repeating myself and getting nervous, so I'll just kind of start and play. So there you can see Sayu has this really nice dash ability with her, or wind whirl ability, wind wheel with her E. The cooldown is a little bit high if you use it to kind of move around, but it still is really fast and it works and does its job. I personally kind of like to just explore Inazuma with her. She's a great exploration character. I myself have been finding that she takes a lot of damage. While she is a healer character, she doesn't really have a lot of bulk going on with her with her very low defense stat, very low HP stat. She's not the easiest character to use, but I've been trying my best to be better. Currently, I'm using more of a crit and crit damage build rather than the EM build, and it's not perfect by any means, but it kind of works out a little bit better, I think, for me, just because most of my EM artifacts are, or at least my best ones, are kind of being shared with Kazuha and some other characters. But yeah, so for the first few minutes, I'll kind of just explore the area, kind of give a good feel for Sayu, and then I'll do a little bit of farming in a domain. But overall, I guess my first impressions for Sayu is that she's a character that has the potential to be extremely good, but you have to be pretty good to use her to her full potential.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
That actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would be. Earlier last night and today when I was testing out, yeah, like I said, I haven't been able to have the best of luck in terms of dodging attacks, but I think I'm getting a little bit better. Once she gets hit by attacks, she just takes so much damage. Part of it is because I'm using the Serpent's Bind, which lowers my defense but increases my attack. So she is kind of squishy, but she can do a lot as well. Let's drop her ult.
How's this? See no more. A thing or two.
She's this very, very speedy kind of rolling character.
By royal decree.
To the very
I'm out of here.
Currently... Alright, hey Emily, so yes, I am playing this on my PC. Before I got a good PC, I was playing this on my phone for a lot. The controls on mobile are pretty good. I think the game is optimized fairly well with both. The one thing would be that PC is the best way to play archer characters because the mouse is the only way to really aim very smoothly. But every other character, every non-archer character plays about the same on mobile or on PC. Sorry that it took me so long to see your question in the chat. But so glad that you can make it. Just for other people watching or for any records of the stream when people watch it later, I am running Serpent Spine on Sayu, and my current build is 59% crit rate and 158 crit damage and 144% energy recharge. While on other animal characters like Kazuha, I really don't want Kazuha to have energy recharge because he gets so much energy. I find that Sayu, her energy gain is a lot slower, so that's why I have that fairly high amount of energy recharge. My recommendation for her energy recharge in my limited testing so far is aiming between 140 and 160 energy recharge. And I have a little bit of elemental mastery, but so far I think those are just from substats. We'll take a look at her artifacts. So I am going with this particular flower just because of the attack percent. I could take this one for elemental mastery. I don't want to take that one from Kazuha. And then this one is a mixed one, I guess, but I really wanted the the extra attack from this one. So I'll just run through her artifacts really quick just as a preview. Oh, hey Leanne. Yeah, so I don't have well, I do have a Twitch account, but I don't have I haven't done anything with my Twitch account other than watch you guys stream. So glad that you can make it. Genshin is basically what my YouTube channel is devoted to. I've streamed on YouTube just twice before, so I'm not super new with it. But so glad that both of you guys could make it. So just based off of my current audience, I'll kind of make this more of a casual stream. So I'll kind of explore the overworld really quickly, and then I might do a little bit of farming, but I might even doing some of the quests to kind of give a better feel for Genshin as a game itself. I would say that for people who haven't played Genshin, the first kind of 20 adventure ranks are very different than what happens later on in the game. So the early game, the experience is going to be primarily just entirely exploring the world, and that's all you can really do in the early game. Once you start getting higher adventure ranks, so here we can see I'm at 57. Once you start getting above 20, 25, then it becomes more about starting to learn the fighting mechanics of the game. And then after AR 40 is when it really becomes probably about optimizing your characters to be as strong as you can. But really anything prior to 40, it's a mixture of still learning the game, still kind of going through the motions, and doing a bunch of story quests. Alright, so Emily's saying that she's watched only a few people streaming on YouTube before. In terms of streaming, I've watched like a lot of the bigger people stream, you know, like giant channels with millions of subscribers, but I haven't really watched smaller people too much. But right now I'm in, I guess currently in Genshin there are 3 big regions, so I'll just open up the map. You start off in Mondstadt, which is this region about here. So let's just warp to Mondstadt a little bit. You start the game right about here. But yeah, just so that any new people joining know, I am going to be focusing this a little bit more on casual players. So I'm kind of showing a few in real life friends what Genshin is like.
Way to go!
This is basically where you start the game, and you kind of quickly become engaged in the quests. When you start the game, you start with the Traveler character, who can be a male or female character. And the Traveler character throughout the game will be able to slowly change their elements depending on the regions you've unlocked. So they start as an Anemo character, which is of the basically wind element, air element, and so forth. Right now, my Traveler is of the Electro element just because I am in Inazuma right now. So that's the character you start as. This is the only character that can be of different genders. All the other characters have set genders. You also get early on Amber, Lisa, and Kaya. And then pretty much every other character in the game you have to unlock through special requirements or through wishing. So
Wherever in
to
this world I roam.
wish for characters, you can unlock that. I think it's either AR7 or AR10 or something. So roughly 5 hours into the game is when you can actually unlock the ability to wish characters and get more. You can wish on different banners. What banner you wish on is really important because the character rate ups are different. Every 3 weeks, the character event wish banner will change the characters, and you will only oftentimes be able to get the 5-star character on that banner, and then the 4 stars just get rate up boosts. You also have the standard banner, which has no rate ups at all. So if the character that you don't want is a standard character and they're not being rated up, then it might be to your benefit to summon on the standard banner, though I'd probably recommend not spending Primo Gems, which are your currency, in-game currency. So if I spent money on this game, yes, I have. So I spend about $25 a month on this game per both of my accounts. So
I carry memories of my home.
in the shop, there are a few things that you can buy. So the one thing that I buy every month is the Blessing of the Welkin Moon, so $5 on each of my 2 accounts that I have. So this gives you 3,000 Primo Gems a month, which basically means you get a little bit less than 20 extra wishes per month. So it's very helpful to save up money and to get the characters that you want. It's definitely the best value. There's also crystal top-up shops, which are more instant. You don't have to wait as long, but they are very expensive. So if you're new to the game and not really wanting to spend money, I recommend just, testing things out, seeing how it goes, and so forth. I probably wouldn't recommend spending any money on the game at all unless you spent at least 10 hours on the game and you know that you're really interested in it. But you know, after the first 10 hours, you'll be able to make an educated decision. First 10 hours, don't spend any money at all. But yeah, $5 isn't bad. And then the other thing that I buy every month is called the Battle Pass.
This blade.
And the Battle Pass gives you a cool weapon every month. So you get to get a new weapon every month. And then it also gives you a bunch of Mora, which is just the cash currency in the game. And it also gives you a bunch of just materials that you can use to level up your weapons. It gives you some extra wishing materials. So if we go here, the Battle Pass will give you about, I think it's 5 standard weapon wishes and then 4 character banner wishes. So it does give you some extra wishes as well. And then the price for the Battle Pass is there's 2 versions of the Battle Pass. There's one that's like $21 or something, and then there's one that's $9 or something. So I've already unlocked the $9 one, but the Battle Pass itself lasts for about 45 days though. So on average, I spend about $25 a month on both my accounts, so about $12.50 per account, which isn't too bad. There are other people who then spend a lot of money trying to guarantee that they get their characters. There's this whole, in terms of the character wishing, like you kind of have to be careful because there's this whole pity system, and gacha games can definitely try to get you to spend money to get the characters that you want if you're not aware of the system. So, but yeah, you start the game off in Mondstadt, and then you'll eventually be able to unlock other regions of the game. Most of the early game is just going to be going through the stories, so I did save a few story quests, or at least a few character quests that I can kind of go through to kind of show you what some of them are like. Alright, and now Emily's saying, yeah, I tend not to spend money on games most of the time if you can help it. Yeah, I can definitely agree. So I've probably, outside of the Battle Pass and the Welkin Moon, outside of that, I've spent, I think, about $200 just because I got wrapped up into things. So I'll admit that I have spent some money and wasn't necessarily expecting to spend that much when I wanted to, but I think I got what I wanted to when I spent the money, so not proud of it, but I think like when it comes down to it, like I've played this game for well over 200 hours, and if I was to, spend $60 on a Nintendo Switch game, or $70 on $80 on like a whatever PS4 game or something. I don't have a PS4, but in my mind, like I feel like if you budget yourself with Genshin, you can make it about the equivalent as what you would spend on any other game. It's just the wish system is a little bit of a like a psychological trap where if you really want something, the game can kind of force you to wish, or it can make you really, really want to wish, even if it costs a lot of money. So, like, once you actually start to getting to spend money on the game, it's about $100 for 50 wishes. You do get a lot of free wishes in the game, especially with the Welkin Moon, which is the $5 a month thing. So you don't need to spend money. It's just every 3 weeks you're going to get a new character banner. And unless you spend additional money every month, you'll never be able to get every 5-star character. And you'll kind of have to pick and choose which 5-star characters you really want to wish on. And for truly free to play character or players, you'll only be able to buy or you'll only be able to wish on probably every other banner or every 3 banners. Welkin Moon characters or Welkin Moon purchasers can probably wish roughly on every other banner. If you want to wish on every banner, that's when you have to start spending money. So part of the great reasons why I have 2 accounts is so that I can kind of alternate between each account in terms of what I purchase. So on this account, I wanted Sayu, which was on this banner, and last banner was a character called Kamisato Ayaka, which I got on my other account. So having multiple accounts is not recommended unless you're, making content, or if you're really have extra time, which I kind of have during the summer since I am a college teacher and I don't teach during the summer, so I have a little bit more time to have a second account as well. But for a lot of other players, 1 account is going to be more than enough. Alright, so I'm seeing that some other people are joining, so welcome. As you've kind of already probably gathered so far, I'm gearing this stream a little bit more towards IRL friends and just kind of giving basic overview of the game. So I'm kind of over here in Mondstadt, kind of just starting things out. So these are some of the first scenes that you'll see in the game. What else? I'll kind of just briefly travel to Liyue, which is the second region in the game, just so you can kind of see how each region has its own kind of atmosphere, its own kind of aesthetic. So here in Liyue, the aesthetic is much more about, like kind of these rocky pillars. It's more of a kind of like Chinese mountainscape kind of feel to it. And then the new region that was just released a little bit ago is Inazuma, which is more than based off of Japanese landscape, and the element in Inazuma is electro, so you get a lot of purple colors and so forth. You won't be able to actually get to Inazuma until you're AR30, which will take at the minimum probably, like, for casual players who aren't spending any money, I would imagine it would take like 2 to 4 weeks to actually get to Inazuma. But there's, a lot of content in the game, a lot of regions. I would say like the biggest appeal to Genshin Impact, other than the great characters, would be just the world exploration. All right. So I think just because I have some resin to spend, resin is up here in this corner where it says 103 out of 160. You won't unlock resin until you're AR 10 or 12 or somewhere in that region. But once you unlock resin, it's basically the energy system that lets you spend extra money to do special tasks to help improve your characters, basically. So since I had just got Sayu, I'm going to spend some of my resin on upgrading her talents. Sorry that I'm getting all tongue-tied here. Right now, when you first start off in the game, you don't have to worry about talents at all because you can't level them up. But around... you can't really level up your talents until AR 20 or 25, but once you can start leveling them up, so you can't level up your talents until you've played the game for about a week or 2, depending on how fast you go. But once you do, leveling up your talents is the biggest way to improve the strength of your characters. So if you feel like your characters just aren't hitting very hard, the 2 things that you can really do are to improve your weapon and then to improve your talents. So right now, I have level 778 talents. I really want to get her dash attack up to level 8 or level 9. So I'm going to be farming the domain to increase her talents there. basically Genshin has a ton of little mechanics to improve your character, and you have to put in a lot of different work to not only level your character, but to level their talents, to level their weapon, to level their gear or their artifacts as well. So here I'll kind of show off just a little bit of the leveling up of your talents. So throughout the region there are a bunch of these things called domains. In these domains you can get materials to level up your talents, you can use them to farm artifacts, which is basically your gear or your armor, and you can also use domains to get materials to level up your weapons. So this will then also kind of give a basic kind of system of the combat in the game. Genshin is a game where you switch between 4 characters. So you'll always have at least 4 characters in your party as soon as you unlock all 4. And then you can switch which characters are in your party at any time once you get more than 4 characters.
I'm going in. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
So to have an effective team, you're normally switching your characters fairly fast. Just so that you can use all of their attacks. And one of the really cool things about Genshin is that each character is so different from each other. So really, when you get a new character, at least playing them for a little bit is going to be so helpful just to get a feel for them, see if you like that character, and if you do like them, you can decide to level them up. Due to the amount of in-game resources that you get in the early game, you won't be able to level up every single character that you get, so kind of choosing which characters you like is super important. So I'll farm this domain for a little bit, and then after that, Emily and Leanne, I can show you some story quests, which will be the other kind of main gameplay of Genshin. So I'd say there's story quests, so going through the story, there's exploring the world, and then there's combat and fighting. Those are really the 3 things that kind of make up Genshin Impact.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Come on out.
Oh,
Make my escape.
Time to go.
okay.
Into the wind.
So that's something that you got to watch out for there. You can see there my Sayu almost got KO'd because she isn't invulnerable when she is in her wind build state, and her defenses really aren't that good. So you do have to be careful a little bit while playing her. But yeah, for players just starting out, really kind of figuring out which characters you like is going to be super important. I'd probably, when you're first starting out, every blue wish that you get, there's a difference between blue wishes and pink wishes. Every blue wish that you get, just spend them on the standard banner right away so that you can start to get a lot of characters and figure out what character you like. And yeah, for those of you, Leanne and Emily, if you're interested in playing, I definitely would love to play with you guys sometime. So this game is multiplayer, but it's more of like a semi-multiplayer game. And I'm just now seeing Ken was waving, so that's somebody who's there. Hey Ken, how are you doing? So glad that you can make it. So this is a very casual stream, Ken, not anything too exciting. Kind of just mostly showing Genshin to new players, so I think you'll fit right in, Ken. But yeah, for anybody who just figures out that you want to play Genshin Impact, there is co-op that you can unlock after probably about 10 hours of playing is when you can unlock co-op. So your first 10 hours, you kind of have to do it in single player. After that, you can unlock co-op for world exploration and for domains, but you can never do co-op for your big story quests. So just keep that in mind at least. So in order to like advance your progress in the game, most of it is single player, but you can still do a lot of co-op as well. So because of that, Genshin is probably, I'd call it a semi-co-op game.
I'm out of here.
Alright, yeah, no problem, Emily. Hoping that Minecraft is going well. But if you have any questions, Ken, feel free to let me know. And just in general, how are you doing? I hope everything's going well.
Come on out.
The wind knows not fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Going in. Ow. Make my escape.
One with nature.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Ninjutsu.
The wind knows as one with wind and cloud.
Make my escape.
Wind strike.
But yeah, probably in about 15 or so minutes, I'll be starting a story quest then, just to kind of give a feel for that side of the game as well. Alright. I'm going to try to do a little bit faster on this round.
Everybody stand back.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Fall before me. Cut down this.
I'm out of here.
Freeze.
Wind strike.
I got careless. Freeze.
Let's light it up.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. Pretty fast. Alright. Yeah, sorry, Ken. When this game was launched, they claimed that it was going to be coming to Switch eventually, but there's been no news about it coming to Nintendo Switch since it was launched last year. So the chances of it coming out on Switch is or don't hold your breath for it. So but I think if it ever is released on Switch, I think it'll actually be a really fun way to play it. I imagine it would be a little bit of a mixture between, you know, the mobile play and PC play.
Everybody stand back!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. One with nature.
But yeah, currently it is available for PS4, PS5, PC, Android, and Apple, or iPhone, iOS.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Come on out!
The wind knows it.
Keep resist. Fall before me.
Time to go. Clouds high. The birds call.
Everybody stand back!
One with nature.
Another test subject.
Almost dodged that. Come on out! And away I go!
Alright. So we're getting low on our resin now, but we're out of condensed, so we can do 4 more runs, and then we'll start leveling up her talents and see how that goes. But yeah, I personally, while I've seen more content saying Sayu should be built as an elemental mastery build, I personally have been having more fun with her built more as a
Teamwork is dreamwork!
crit-based character.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
I find that because she doesn't have a grouping mechanic, because she doesn't have this grouping mechanic where she can't force enemies to be so close to each other, that there is a large amount of the time where she isn't able to get the double swirl effect. And when you aren't able to get a double swirl, then elemental mastery kind of hurts a fair amount. Of course, you can use other characters to help group enemies so that she can get that. But I personally find that her kind of playstyle where she's rolling around a lot, it doesn't really do, it kind of encourages enemies to spread out more. Because most other characters attack in one place, if she's attacking in multiple places or circling around, it almost kind of encourages enemies to attack in a wider circle around her, which again means that it's sometimes harder to get those multi-swirls going. So that's why I personally am going for more of a crit damage build at this time. But if you're able to get really good grouping, then I think Elemental Mastery might be the way to go. Alright, welcome to the stream for everybody else who just came in. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but hello, Hisco. So glad for you to come in. Well, if you're new to the game, feel free to be right at home because I think most people who are watching right now are new to the game, so no worries there by any means. I'm so glad to have you. What I'm actually going to be doing in maybe about 10 minutes or so is going through over some story quests and so forth. So those might be a little bit more, they'll require a little bit more of like world exploration and then going through the actual story of the game. So it'll be a big change of pace and give you a better understanding of what the game is like. Right now I'm just going to be doing a little bit of fighting just to farm some materials. And after I'm done with that, then we'll kind of go into some more casual stuff.
Everybody stand back!
One with nature. Clouds high.
But just curious, Hisco, again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Did you come from the Burn Firm, or did you kind of just find the stream through other means?
Teamwork is dreamwork! Can't touch me!
Sayu's so fun to play as because of that rolling effect. While I am still trying to like learn how to play this character, I think that just her rolling ability is so fun. She's basically Sonic the Hedgehog.
And away I go!
Alright, so we can do this 2 more times, and then I'll start some story quests after that. Oh, okay, so you were looking for Genshin streamers to play with. Okay. What AR ranking are you, Hisco? Right now I'm adventure rank 57, so I'm pretty much at the end game. But if you want any help with any content, feel free to let me know and I can maybe hop into your world for a bit if you have more of just like grinding to get done with.
Another test subject.
Adventure yeah. I'm going in!
I'm ready.
Why do they never miss?
Keep
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Ninjutsu!
subject. This will do. Freeze. Another test subject. Fall before me.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Alright, so you're AR 22.
Let's light it up!
So that means you're Yeah, you're still able to do domains and everything, so I don't know how long I plan on streaming, but if I get done with the story quest and still want to get going, oh, there I go watching the chat instead of looking at the game. So that's my bad there. Good thing is I'm almost done here. Sorry for getting distracted. But yeah, I'll do one story quest after this, and then I can definitely start joining people's worlds if we have people wanting help in the game. All right, thanks so much for coming, Leanne, and no pressure if you have to leave right now. So glad that you can make it, and I look forward to watching you stream as well when you're I don't know what your streaming schedule is, but feel free to share your stream links in our Discord server whenever you're streaming as well. All right, let's see how fast we can do it this time.
Everybody stand back. Got a dash.
Must remain calm.
Again, going with like a level 20 official in the party probably isn't the best way to clear this domain super quickly, but you know what? Sometimes just rolling around and doing cool things with Sayu is worth it in the end too.
I'm going in.
Clouds high. The birds come.
The wrong test. Freeze! Fall before me! Suffice! I'm ready! Freeze! This isn't over!
I'm out of here. I feel kind of woozy.
Oh no!
Test subject.
Everybody stand back.
That's what like I said though, Sayu has paper thin defenses, so sometimes it only just takes 1 or 2 hits to knock her out. That's why I think Sayu is actually going to be really good with shield characters, particularly Zhongli. I think Diona could work really well with Sayu as well. I probably wouldn't recommend Noelle with Sayu just because the crystallized reactions really wouldn't help, or I mean, she can't swirl a geo element, so Sayu plus Noelle isn't very good. But Zhongli would be worth it just because of the defense shredding that he has. And yes, Emily, so you probably, on average, it takes anywhere from, I mean, if you're super fast, you can probably unlock co-op in about 6 hours, but I would say most people don't unlock co-op until about 12 to 20 hours in the game.
Hi.
Is
dog
this
play.
Jordan?
Hi.
Just so you know, Jordan, I am streaming. I am in the streaming channel.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. How's it going?
Into the wind. Follow the wind.
So everyone else watching, this is Jordan. He is a member of FRP Flying Raven Productions, which is just kind of our small YouTube group.
I'm the best member. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Jordan's like I would say like the best editor of the group for sure. He does a lot of graphic design and everything and knows how to make things look super cool.
And Kaplaris is just here.
Bro,
How's it
I
going?
did not wanna come here.
It's going good. We've been arguing over album art for the past hour and a half.
Album art?
Yeah. Also laughing at... What were we laughing at? Steam?
Yep.
Alright, nice.
Anyway. Are you... Oh, you're on Genshin.
Yeah, I'm on Genshin.
What's going on in Genshin?
I'm playing around with the new character a lot, and I'm also telling some
Adventure time.
in real life friends about Genshin just so that they can kind of get a good feel for it, because some of them have been interested in playing.
Okay, well, have fun, Doggery.
Adventure time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks
I
for
left a like
popping
on your
in.
stream. You're
Oh,
welcome.
thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yep.
I must remain calm. Into the wind.
So yeah, just for people, in order to get my mouth flaps working on my avatar, it's through a Discord program, basically. So I have to be in a Discord voice channel to get this effect working. It's basically just a way to get using Discord to know when I'm talking to get the mouth flaps going on the avatar. And because of that, I'm in a Discord voice channel, and other people can join sometimes and talk as well. Ooh, maybe Jordan's gonna get a job for editing now. Mouth flaps. Yeah, sorry, just, you know, mouth movements, whatever. Oh, I've ran out of resin. Okay, let's just leave then.
Downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as...
Alright. So I'm gonna heal up at a statue. And then I'll take a look at all of the books that we just got, and we'll level up Sayu's talents. And then after that, I'll take probably like a 1-minute water break, and then I'll hop into a story quest. Oh, you're a streamer too, Hisco. That's great. Do you stream... what kind of games do you stream? Because it sounds like you're still fairly new with Genshin. Moving around with Sayu is so fun. Sonic mode activated.
I'm out of here.
Let's see. So, we'll just put all of our lower ranked talent scrolls into higher ranked ones. And then we'll see how many talents we can level up. Alright, 15 gold books isn't a bad haul overall. So first thing, get this to level 8. I find myself, just because it's so fun to be in the ball mode where you roll around, I find myself not using normals very much, so just for the fun factor alone, I think the talent that I am going to get to level 9 first will be her elemental skill. I just need to make one more alchemy thing really quick. One more gilded skill. Alright, so we just then leveled her elemental skill from 7 to 9, so hopefully that gives a decent damage increase. Ah, so you play on mobile, so you can't stream Genshin. Alright. What kind of games do you stream then, Hisco? Alright, so I don't have a be right back screen that I can transition into really quick, so I'll just type it in the chat, and I'll be
Seems like I should have just
I'll be right back in anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes just to get a quick water break.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
I think this time it turned out better than before. Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
I think this time it turned out better than before. Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
I think this time it turned out better than before.
Alright everyone, I'm back. Since I did have to move around for a bit, my mic might have moved around, so if the audio quality isn't as good as it was before, please let me know and I can make any adjustments. But let's kind of hop into it and get back into the game. So first I'm going to just quickly catch up on the chat. Alright, so I'm thinking in terms of story quests, I still haven't done
Surely I should
the
do a growth spurt by now.
story quests for Ganyu or for Hutao. So I'm thinking of getting one of those out of the way. I've kind of been saving them just for... I mean, because in Genshin Impact 1.0 through 1.7, really, if you did too many of your story quests in a row, then you kind of ran out of content. It seems like they're spacing things out better in 2.0. But because I was always afraid of running out of content, I did save a bunch of my story quests. But let's kind of get through some of them. So we have Ganyu's here and Hu Tao's here. I think Hu Tao's is the one that interests me the most at the moment. So let's see how Hu Tao's quest goes. Alright, so it wants us to travel all the way over here to Wuwang Hill. Oh, yeah, cute floating lady. So that's Paimon. So Paimon is kind of the equivalent of Navi to Link, or, you know, whatever Link's various floating fairies / girls are. It's basically a character that gives you advice, but also kind of narrates for you because you're the silent protagonist that doesn't really interact in cutscenes too much. So Paimon kind of takes your voice for you, or kind of becomes your voice to drive the story forward. Let's see if I can get Paimon to come again. Oh well, I think Paimon likes to not show up in certain fields.
Director, there's a ghost after me.
Yes, she's also food. There's an inside joke that I'll kind of let you experience that pretty early on in the game, though. But you'll find out why she's food pretty early on too.
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients, not ghosts.
Exactly! We said we're not ghosts! Why won't you calm down and let us explain? Although, clients doesn't seem quite right either.
Yeah, forgive me. This is one of our new undertakers, Meng. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow.
So I'll kind of pause here just for a bit. But yeah, I'll kind of just let the voice acting kind of autoplay for a little bit. If I get too bored with the voice lines, I might fast forward them a little bit. But this kind of gives you an idea of what most of the big story quests in the games are like, and, you know, the dialogue and everything like that. Oh, hey, X. So, seems like our friend X Constant from Flying Raven Productions can't sleep, so he's here. So, well, I'm sad that you can't sleep, but I am happy that you're here. So thanks for coming in. We just got done with some more of like fighting with Sayu, the new character in Genshin Impact, and now we're gonna transition a little bit into some story quests that kind of give a different feeling of the game.
Funeral. Oh, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor! Zhangli is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well, that saves me a lot of explaining. I'm Hu Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, well, trifling matters having to do with immortality. A satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
I don't think we fall into the client category, is the voice line for the traveler.
If we are looking for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come to.
Ah, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of mine. Sooner or later.
Well, that's dark.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner. But be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice. Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big date comes.
Whoa! Slow down.
Uh-oh.
unpack here.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to unpack here. So, again, so in Genshin Impact, a lot of the main characters or a lot of the stronger characters in the game will have certain story quests that kind of go through and introduce them as characters. So, I'm going back and doing an old one for Hu Tao right now, but you can kind of get a good feeling for that character's personality. You can also, get a good feeling for Paimon's personality as well. But yeah, that all has sounded very bizarre for sure. Hu Tao herself is
The
a
director is a rather
funeral director.
unique individual. Allow me to explain. We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral ceremony. It went very smoothly. According to the director, we shouldn't be expecting any more issues in the near.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence. You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill.
Maybe your understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
Well, I'm here for an adventure, Hu Tao. Let us have Sayu go on this adventure and see what your story quest is like.
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild. Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Would, to be precise.
Wood? What do you mean?
That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it. Don't look so shocked.
Making things up on the spot.
Our adventurers spend the whole day scaling mountains, clearing domains, and smiting enemies. Danger and peril are their bread and butter.
Danger and
Clients like
peril
these
are their
deserve
bread
better
and butter.
treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
How subtle of you, Hu Tao.
Oh, touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this. Anyway,
Hu Tao is
I have a
very,
favor
very
to
blunt
ask.
about wanting people to
Recently,
die.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
I don't really want to take part in your business.
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return?
We're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are.
This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you. You see? Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business.
When did we become your assistants? Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The ones who no longer speak.
So in these story quests, there's oftentimes a lot of
To the dead?
dialogue that you have to get through. Most of it is kind of, finding people, talking to them. But near the end of each of these character story quests, there's usually some sort of big fight that happens as well.
Ugh, you again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe.
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition.
Am I?
Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order. That's not all.
100
We also
free
provide
coffins
an
if you
on-site cadaver
order
collection
now.
Service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you, it's still very affordable.
Is the voice acting in the game at a decent level?
Okay, all right. I get it. You want to bargain a little
I
more.
realized I
but
didn't
our
test that
offer as it
before.
stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions. Mend the roof before it rains, as they say.
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of
Buy your graves
precautions,
now while you're
I'd rather
alive.
focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place. It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Oh, wait, hold on. What would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Director, please, you did your best. We don't need another clash with the Millilith.
All right, thanks for letting me know, Emily.
Understood all that correctly? It seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
This will get us nowhere.
Nothing left to do here. Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss.
You know what? Sayu is an S tier character just for the ability to go super quickly between all of these story locations.
Can't touch me.
Tired of story quests taking so long? Move with Sayu.
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
My apologies. I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door. I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about
Oh,
the
congrats,
special offer
Hisco.
they advertise.
23, AR23, great. Didn't you say the wooden tiles should be blank?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we?
All right, and thanks, Ken. I hope work isn't too boring today.
I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one, get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
Buy one, get one free graves.
A solid and durable second home, of course. Well, they may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee.
I don't know what to say to that.
All right, Mung. Keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not sure.
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment.
Faithful assistants, really?
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants!
We're not your assistants!
Guess we got dragged into...
Alright, Alright, Hisco. Let's see. If you actually share your UID with me, then I could enter it into my account and send you the request that way, if that works for you. Let me just take a look at the friends list. Yeah, so if you just send me your UID, then I can enter it whenever I'm on a break in between the story quests. Whoops, did I go to the wrong location? There's 2 people I gotta talk to.
You must be the director's new hires.
New hires? What?
Not us. We're just very curious about Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and Hu Tao.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
Her? Tactful?
Paimon knows exactly what to say and how to react. Alright, so I'll enter that in right now then really quick, Hisco. Ooh, nice. So you already have 55 achievements. That's nice. So you're getting there. You're still definitely in the early game, but you're starting to get things out. And I really like that you're raising Razor. I really like him as a character. I don't have him raised on this account, but on my second account, he is my main DPS character. I'm kind of, I'll be a little bit nosy and just look at your showcase later on as well. But yeah, level 40 Razor is definitely nice to see for that early in the game. Alright, and now we gotta go inside the funeral parlor. Looks far more ordinary than the director made it out to be. Examine the board.
We should get going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
That's settled then. Write it like this.
Yeah, Razor's definitely a good main for the early game, Hisco.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor bumper sale. Buy 1, get 1 free. Buy 2, get 3 free. More for your Mora. I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy.
But Director, isn't Lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes, Director.
Poor guy's giving up.
Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We?
Hu Tao's roping us in.
Do you see anyone else around here? Oh, well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was.
Alright.
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that. Freaks people out.
Just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. For the moment, at least.
Very comforting, Hu Tao.
Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits. Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for this world. Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
Paimon wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all.
I have yet to see the funny side, Hu Tao. I mean, so it seems like Hu Tao's just her story character, or her I guess like her characterization is just that she is a funeral director that wants to sell a bunch of funeral related stuff to people while they're living, and is kind of unafraid of death, and wants people to at least start planning their death so that she can make some money.
I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become clear. All right, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait. What about Big G? Don't forget.
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that name.
Oh, nothing. Just something Mung's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Big G, huh?
Where are we going?
To visit an important potential client. I'll lead the way.
I'm out of here.
I'm hoping we can get to the fighting part of this quest pretty soon.
Sorry.
Hello, I'm Hu Tao,
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains?
Uh-oh, she's trying to see how soon he's gonna die.
You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Why do they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
Hyman thinks it's because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor. Can't touch me.
Where?
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
Hello
All
there.
right.
Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Took me long enough to find this guy.
I'm not in need of your services. So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Oof.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
I'm curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know your face. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor director, right? I'm sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
Ooh, you're doing some wishes, Hisco. Nice. Wish you the best of luck and that you get the character you want.
Got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
Oh no.
No.
Hu Tao's gonna get arrested.
We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
Oof.
You really don't give up, do you?
There's no persuading them, Hu Tao.
Are you trying to make me feel better? Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Yeah, really uncomfortable. Enough business development, Hu Tao. Can you please help me find someone?
Business development? Is that what you see this as? Surely you don't think all that was business development?
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
At least you got books
Development
from your
ended
wishes,
after the
Hisco, or
discussion
from
with the Adventurers
elsewhere?
Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Mung. You remember Big G?
Yeah.
As it turns out, the Big G that Mung is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being.
Oh, at least she got looks. I think that's what you were saying. Hu Tao, yeah.
Quick chat, and I left it at that.
Yeah, her character design is pretty, she has like a lot of unique elements that I think makes her stand out for sure.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor.
But yeah, she might be a cute character, but it sounds like she annoys a lot of the villagers.
Going to start healing people, or
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that. Never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
When are we gonna fight? Sayu wants to fight. Or... Okay. So it seems like we're at least close to fighting because we finished the first part of the quest. So hopefully after just talking to her at the parlor, we get to go hunt this ghost or something.
Make my escape.
Meng, I'm back.
I see.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My whole Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams.
He's haunted by his dead friend.
I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow? Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
Ah, you got, Xinyan. Oof.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. Those people
I
we
personally
found today
haven't
were
played
also
that
Meng's
character
childhood
yet.
friends.
I think she has
There was a
some
good chance
potential
Big
as a
G
fire
might have hidden among
shielder,
them.
which is kind
Here
of
we
cool.
are, empty-handed.
Oh, nice, alright. As long as you're happy, then that's great.
Wong Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? My name's Luo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me. Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I fell ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse, right?
Are we gonna finally
I've been cursed
start
by a
hunting this
demon.
evil spirit?
Say
Come
no
on.
more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
Ooh, so
You believe
abrupt.
so too? That it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end!
That's a dramatic voice line. Oh, what a wretched end.
The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
Hold your horses, both of you.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right?
All right. Don't panic. Leave it to me. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location. Come with me, my trusty assistants.
I guess...
Help him make the preparations first. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we finish...
Okay, I guess.
We gotta get exorcism ingredients.
Let's go.
So it seems like we're not quite ready to actually fight the ghost. Let's see, where do we gotta go? Up here. We'll teleport over here and hopefully then just kind of jump down.
Make my escape. Rituals are you gonna perform here?
So is Xinyan any good for a main DPS is what Hisco is asking. She is very similar to Razor in terms of official DPS output, but most of that comes after Constellations, I think, and it's also... most of her damage comes from her charged attack or using spinnings, spinning around as a Beyblade, whereas Razor, most of his damage comes from his normal attack, so just the 1 2 3 4 hit combo. So there is a little bit difference in terms of how they play, but their final DPS output is about the same. I would say Razor's is probably just a little bit higher on most opponents, but not by much. And then Emily is saying, whoa, they're flying. Oh yeah, I haven't really shown you flying in the game too much.
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
But yeah, there's a lot of flying in the game, a lot of gliding, so pretty quickly on in the game you'll unlock the ability to glide around.
Didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff. You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
Isn't it better to tell people the truth though, Hutao?
You're onto something. After all, we're only afraid of what we don't know.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the
Oof.
situation instead of
You're topping up
exacerbating
already,
it.
Hisco? Oh
What
no.
I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
You can't get Hu Tao currently, Hisco. She was in a past banner, but she's not on any current banner. I would say she might have a rerun banner probably in maybe 3 or 4 months. But a lot of the 5-star characters are only available for like 3 weeks at a time, and then they go out of the game and they won't be on banners again until another 6 to 9 months later. So right now you can't get Hu Tao.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
Never knew Wangsheng had such a long history.
So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show.
Can we fight something?
Finally here. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety.
You failed to mention we need to fight, though I am excited for it, so let's get to it, Hu Tao.
I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo,
Oof,
but she's
burn.
serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different?
Disarmingly different.
All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
All right.
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
Come on, Sayu, you're stronger than this. There's just some hilly churls.
And away I go! Make my escape.
I'm counting on you!
One with nature.
That was it?
How are
Aw.
you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Surely there's a bigger enemy coming up next, right?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help.
Great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you. You've been pranked.
She pranked us. What?
What?
This exorcism device, People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith, deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
Ooh.
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again, so I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Huh?
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
Aw, he's such a cute ghost.
This is Big G? He's just a child?
Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Alright, Sayu, let's see how fast you can get back to there. Oops, I went the wrong way.
I'm out of here. After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
So
Actually,
Big G's not an
I'm
evil
surprised in
spirit?
the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
Ah, it must have been poor Luocheng that he followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hu and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got...
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
Hisco, good place to farm for violet grass. Oof. So yeah, you need violet grass to ascend Xinyan, but there really isn't a great place to farm violet grass. I'll kind of show you some places in a little bit when I'm able to get out of the cutscene here.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
But yeah, violet grass is very spread out. There's not like a huge grouping of them in any one place.
I can't. It's too me, I'd get scared.
That's
Aw.
right, yes. He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the ley line.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. No, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuang Hill, and we should be done and dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Wumu, and Songza.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Meng, and I will escort Big G back to Wuang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keep.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan?
We gotta fetch a bunch of stuff. Alright.
We won't be giving anyone nightmares.
To answer your question, Hisco, I know there's some violet grass kind of on the cliffs here in Mingyun Village. Again, there's not a ton in any single place. They're kind of just all scattered out in Liyue. But I believe there's a decent amount near Mingyun Village. And then, there's some on the cliffs of Wuang Hill here. And then from there on, like, everything else is like really spread out. I think there's some near this area on the western part of the map where all of these mountains are. But again, they're so spread out. I would say probably check Mingyun Village first, and then Wuwing Hill as well. Hey, just sorry if I mispronounced your name. Just Jayu, how are you doing? Oh, nice, Hisco. You pulled a Daona. I think she's a pretty good character overall. She has a lot of utility. All right, so let's take a look at the next part of this quest.
I'm out of here. Hi. Do you remember us?
Yeah, definitely glad you got Diona then, Hisco. I'm doing pretty well, just Jayu.
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together, but we still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, but he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
And yeah, Hisco, it's in the early game, it'll take you a while to get resources for characters. I would say it's probably not worth it to raise more than 3 characters until you can get to like AR 30 or 35, really, because the in-game resources just won't be enough to raise a ton of characters until you get later I would say like raising 4 characters is probably your limit, and then you'll find yourselves a little bit short on primarily hero's wit until you can get a little bit higher in AR. So you won't be able to raise Diona right away, but hopefully in a few weeks or so you'll be able to accumulate the resources.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken.
Uh-oh, do we have to cook it?
If you bring me
Okay,
some
no.
I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Jueyun chilies are a common... Great. This should be enough. I'll get started on the... when everyone's ready.
Great!
Hisco, there's another... I'm not sure like if he's a Nico or if he is like a fox or something, but there is another Demi-Human character coming out probably in... my guess would be like 9 weeks from now. Probably in version 2.2, we might see Goro. So in about 2 months or so.
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think of it, I remember he did join Wangsheng Funeral Parlor recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident.
Just Jayu. My favorite characters, so my favorite character in terms of character design, just the way they look, would be Chungyun. My favorite character in terms of their personality and voice acting would be Bennett. And my favorite character to play as would be Kazuha for sure. And then, I mean, Sayu's brand new, but I think Sayu is super fun to play as well.
But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process.
And I think Ganyu was super fun to play as well. I still use her a lot in the Abyss and so forth.
So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
How about you, Just Jayu? What characters are your favorites?
Don't worry, I'm a businessman. I won't go spilling your secrets. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. Today, business is booming.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Your favorites are Venti, Albedo, and Kaya. But yeah, play-wise, definitely Kazuha, yep. Yeah, I think Albedo, I really liked his story quest when it came out, and just the whole tie-in with Dragonspine. I'm really excited to see what happens in the second part of Albedo's story quest whenever that's released. I'm really excited to see how the dragon kind of plays into the story. Do I have to like jump up high? Can I jump up high enough with Kazuha? Yeah. Oh, I jumped on the wrong side. No.
One with nature.
Huh? You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan style lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on.
Jayu, what kind of build do you have on your Albedo? Just curious. I mean, I do have Albedo as well, but he's kind of on, whoops, wrong button. He's kind of on a hodgepodge build, so I'm still not fully satisfied with him. Yeah, I think I'm just on Noblesse and Gladiators. Is he any good with Archaic Petra, or what artifacts do you run on him? Just as a quick side note.
I think she meant the plastrite shards are over in that crate there.
Okay, can we get these items already? Crates. Oh, we have to find which crate.
Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. These look like what Sungza was talking about. Let's head back.
Alright. So I'm hoping that we're almost done with gathering everything and that we can get to the next part of the story quest really soon. When there's so much dialogue and like just fetching random items, I can kind of get a little bit bored with the story quest. But I think we're nearing the end of that.
My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please, wait a moment. This is the final step. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this. No matter what the days may bring,
That's
whichever
a scenic,
roads we choose to take.
kind of overlook
While
of the
this
bridge
rite
there.
remains observed, each of us remains the same.
As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed we won't press you on it.
But if you get the chance, please let them know we're doing well, and that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Thank you. We'll pass it on. Big G is lucky to... We got everything we need. Let's go to Wulong Hill and find Hu Tao and the others.
Uh-oh, Hisco. Yeah, don't get your Diona killed. When you get into higher adventure ranks, then the fire on the ground will burn even hotter, so it'll deal even more damage, so you gotta be careful. And then Jayu is saying Albedo is very free-to-play friendly and that he'd recommend Millilith and Archaic Petra. So I'm on North American server,
Wherever in this world I
Jayu.
roam, I carry memories of my home.
I do have an Asia server account that I
It is the
tried to
last link
build,
I
but
have
I
to
just
the land
couldn't
of
get
my
very
birth.
far into it. Since I have two different accounts on North America, so I really don't have time to make an Asia account, but I kind of regret that I didn't make an Asia account sooner, or that I do regret having two North American accounts for sure. But it is what it is, and I have fun with both of my accounts, so I'm kind of happy with those two, and I just don't have the time for a third account. What server are you, Jayu? Always love going Sonic mode with
You're
Sayu.
back already? Sooner than I expected. You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes, so I guess they knew the deal. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with.
Sounds terrifying, Hutao. What?
Guard the border between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility, and I'm stricter than most.
So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your memories. So listen to everything I say. Let's go.
Paimon's scared. But like Hutao says, we're already caught up in this. We better see it through to the end.
Alright, let me get caught up with chat in just a little bit. Alright, so Jayu's saying that they're on NA as well, and Hisco is saying that they can't find any of the violet things. So I think we're really close to finishing the story quest here. I'm hoping it won't take any more than 20 minutes, and after that I can help you out and explore to find the violet grass, Hisco. I would, in the meantime though, if you're still looking, I would really recommend first checking the cliff sides. So like the gray cliff sides. Don't check on the green grass areas, but only on the borders of the cliffs on Mingyan Village. That would be probably my first place to check. I also know that there's some, actually, now that I'm recalling, there's a few, there's not very many, but there's at least two on this cliff here, just kind of south of Lingju Pass, next to this teleport. If you teleport here, and then you glide across the kind of creek and the waterfalls here, there's some right in this area. Alright, let's... We gotta enter the border. Sounds so ominous. Oh yeah, and thanks, Jayu. I completely forgot that you can buy violet grass.
Wow, what is this place?
I'm pretty sure you can only buy like 5 or 10 a day, though.
But not like the Heller underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time. And away I go. Ninjutsu.
Into the wind. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little... How do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
Paimon's pretty sure that's not how people put it.
Let's light it up.
Why did it have to spawn down there? Can I even reach it? No.
Clouds high. The birds call. Everybody stand back.
Alright. Oh no. No, we fell off.
Make my escape.
I guess you can't climb those stairs.
One with nature.
I wonder if we can kind of cheese this with Sayu. I think we can if we just get Sayu to absorb. Yeah. Also noticing there's lanterns here.
And away I go.
I don't want to miss any secret chests, so I'm gonna take my time and just look around a little bit here and there.
By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
Oh, I just gotta stand here, I think, and then look. It's not working. Huh. Maybe it just didn't work because I had the pyro flame around me already. I'm actually completely unsure how to solve this. This is kind of interesting. Oh, I guess I just have to wait longer.
Adventure time.
Alright, hopefully we get to fight something pretty big coming up.
Off we go.
This dungeon's pretty cool though. Yeah, I haven't ever been in here before, so...
Let's light it up.
Into the wind.
Let's get some Bennett Pyro going.
One with wind and cloud.
I'm out of here.
Alright. I can feel we're nearing the end. Ooh, that's a really cool door. A few split paths though. Split paths normally mean that there's still a little bit ways to go.
This looks the same, but there aren't enough. So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead.
I guess Kazua's pretty good at cleaning up spider webs. Nice. What's here? Do we gotta jump in the water? Yeah, I actually really like the design of this dungeon. Seems more complicated than most other dungeons.
Light it up. Adventure time.
Did that take us back to the start? Am I going in circles? Am I lost?
Can't touch me.
Huh.
Make my escape.
Oh, how'd I miss this down here?
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before?
Make my escape.
Somehow everything reset?
The wind knows me.
Do I have to do something weird here?
Let's light it up!
Maybe this is just like the Lost Woods or something where you just gotta go through things multiple times. Even if it looks the same, it's actually slightly different. Did I just jump over the thorns? Okay.
Adventure time!
There's something way over there, but I don't think I can reach it. I think that's just decoration.
What in Teyvat is going on? Have we even been moving forward this whole time?
It's almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything resets.
At least Paimon is acknowledging what is happening to me, so I feel a little bit better. Let's go back this way. Whoops.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
I don't know what that does that mean we just gotta be fast about it? Oh no, I was not managing my stamina very well.
Away I go!
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
I need enough of what, though? Ah, I'll figure it out, I hope. Enough what? Does it mean like a burst? Do we need elemental burst? Enough energy? Particles? How can we farm particles though? There's nothing to fight except for the... Do we have to blow these out? What?
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
Yeah, we're not getting any particles from killing the spider. Maybe it's not energy. Can I go backwards? No, because the door's closed. Alright, thanks for coming, Emily. No problem. Jayu, I think I'll give it a few more tries and then I might ask for help in a little bit, but whoops. Wrong way. One's still lit. Stamina, maybe? It's talking about... No. Don't have enough, you can try again. Are there more torches that I can light anywhere?
adventure time.
All right.
The spirits have trapped us.
Go ahead and give me at least a hint, Jayu.
You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set
I'm
us
too
up?
ordinary. I'm a pleb.
If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
Carry it through. Oh, I think I get it. Don't give me the hint. I think I understand it. I think I understand it.
We go.
I think I have to carry the flame through. I don't drop the flame off right away. I go through with the flame. I think that's what I gotta do. If that's not it, then I'll ask for another hint. So I just don't drop the flame off. Or I don't drop the flame in the torch right away. And we'll see if that works. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that has to be it, right?
Let's light it up.
If that's it, I can't believe it took me that long. If that's not it, then it's gonna take me even longer. Alright. So just don't drop. Come on. Get down the stairs. Ah.
We're stuck. The spirits have trapped us.
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
So if this is right, then when I get back there, there should be a second one waiting.
Time to go.
Do I need more than 2 though? Let me just examine the
stuck.
area.
The spirits have trapped us.
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
Alright.
So you set us up?
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay.
Finally! Haima thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
Geronimo! Was there anything exciting that way? Nah. Yeah, I really like this dungeon. This is the most fun I've had in any Genshin dungeon. I can't believe it took me this long to actually try the quest.
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
Thanks for all the encouragement, Jayu.
Are you clients? Seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. But I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests here. My name is Lan Si. I've been waiting for someone for a long time now. Exactly how long, I couldn't really say. Everyone says waiting is difficult. But walking, watching, talking to newcomers, and the old crowd, it helps to pass the time. I can keep waiting, but who knows whether what I'm waiting for will ever come to pass.
Ooh.
It's all the same to me. Waiting's all I can do anyway. But if you too are looking for someone important to you, it's best not to keep waiting forever.
All right.
Are you new here? What a coincidence, so am I. I can't believe how nice the scenery is. I thought it'd be all pitch black and freezing cold with no sense of space or time.
Yeah, Hisco, the wolf boss is really OP. I really like this character's voice, the ghost's voice.
Here I can finally work out a lifetime of emotions. It's fantastic. Perhaps I just set my expectations too low.
All right, my second display just accidentally got unplugged, so I'll pause just for a little bit to fix that. Sorry. I'm actually using a drawing tablet as my second display.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
But so I'll just turn that back on and get it going, just so that I can, you know, see the chat and everything. Alright, and Jayu is saying that part of the quest took me a solid half hour to get through, not gonna lie, so you did great. I'm sure it took me close to like that, at least 20 minutes, I don't know.
It's the lantern rite again. Wouldn't it be cool if we got to see the lanterns ourselves one day?
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know. My mom told me. As long as you yell it really loud, your wish will come true in the future.
Yell it? Isn't that kinda embarrassing?
As soon as the first person yells, and everyone else just joins in, and nobody feels embarrassed anymore.
This quest is so wholesome.
That's right. Little Woo, you start.
Alright, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could eat Joya and chili chicken every day!
Oh, that sounds like the life.
That's your wish? If that's so funny, what's your wish?
To get rich, of course. Do big business and make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy.
Yeah, if you get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box.
Not just one. One for everyone. No, loads for everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a businessman, then I don't need to earn any money.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me.
As for me, I want to learn to make Ning-Xiao lanterns. The big kind! And Xiao lanterns, too. I'll be the best artisan around.
Yeah! That way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns.
Anyway, those are our wishes. Mung, Big G, what about you?
Me?
Huh? They all disappeared. Right when he was about to make his wish.
It brings back so many memories. That was the last lantern ride the five of us spent together.
It's been so long. Everyone's all grown up. Have all those wishes really come true?
We can prove it to you, Big G.
We asked each of them for parting gifts for you. become a chef. Momo's a successful businessman, and Songza makes great shell lanterns.
Really? Wow.
We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other anyway. Time to release this lantern.
Hey, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go over the good old days.
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room.
Oh, Paimon.
Really? The end result is the same, though. Exactly what I do and how I do it are just minor technicalities. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was, once upon a time, more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living. Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter, but slowly, they managed to drive away death.
They must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatics stirred up the legacy of the dead. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction, while death was coming back with a vengeance. It took a long, long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today, neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me.
I didn't expect you to be such a storyteller.
The previous directors all love to tell this one too, although, if you ask me, I think I tell it best. What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. Nothing more to it.
Won't disagree. It's time to go back. Aw.
We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never be taken for granted. Huh? It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes to rest.
What kind of place is that?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I chose this quest. This is definitely my favorite character story quest that I've done so far. The beginning was really slow, but I think the payoff of that dungeon itself was definitely worth it. And I'm pretty sure right here we'll end the quest.
I think we did everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, I may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less fond farewell.
Ooh, scary.
I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well, I have no intention to bother them.
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true, too.
So you should also mind my warning, Mung. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
Ooh.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such.
No worries. I'll just take my leave. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled that day, only ours hasn't come true.
Nah. Don't be bothered by that. No life is without its regrets. You can leave in peace.
All right. I'll remember you all. Goodbye.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but all I can feel now is emptiness.
So, what was the wish you two made? We didn't have a chance to hear it earlier.
After each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the lantern rite together.
Aw.
That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest. They all had a chance to fulfill their wishes. Mine, however, will remain just a dream.
Aw, sad. Come on. You still have a lot ahead of you.
That's right. Also, think about this. Everyone gets burnt to ash one day.
Oof, Hu Tao.
So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Thank you? Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of feelings to process.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this doesn't change the terms of our previous agreement. The leave will be unpaid.
Uh-oh.
Aren't you forgetting about something?
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for.
Why would my sister be in the border?
The biggest pity.
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find any leads worth pursuing either. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to...
Stop saying creepy stuff.
Just so you know, Hisco, if people weren't in the chat when you said something earlier, then they can't view it. I'm not sure if Jayu was in the chat when you posted your UID.
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated. I have my reasons.
Reasons?
But as soon as I'm done here, then I can hop into your world as well, Hisco.
But I've never seen any of the previous This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets.
Great quest. I'm surprised it took me that long to even do it, but I'm glad that I saved it for this. All right. Let's see. Friends list. All right, Hisco, I can join to help out too. I'm getting an error. It says unable to enter. All right, so let me know when you're in a spot where you're not like talking to anybody or anything, Hisco. If you're in the middle of a story quest itself, then you can't actually have friends join you, though. Oh, hey Jordan, how's it going?
We're back. It's good. Everyone left.
Ah.
We had like 6 people and we were gonna just join VC and start saying Ooga Booga, but
oh.
But we didn't.
Everybody left us.
Yeah, everyone left.
So it's Jordan
XSP
and
finally fell asleep.
Oh, he fell asleep. Jordan and Star, or am I misremembering?
No, Ollie.
Oh, Ollie, okay. Ollie! Did you wish on any of the recent banners?
I got Sayu in less than 10 pulls.
Oh, wow. It took me 50 pulls to get my first Sayu, but then I got my second one at 66. And then I stopped there.
I got mine after 2.
Oh, super lucky.
I don't even know what Genshin. I don't even know a thing about Genshin. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I thought no, because it's Weeb who also plays Genshin. Sorry, I got.
I only know
mixed up.
Zhao or whatever his name is.
Xiao.
Okay. Awkward silence.
Oh, it says Hisco's in someone else's world. Okay. So I'll take a look at your world right now, Hisco, and see. Whoops. But yeah, Jordan, I'm probably near the end of my stream right now. I think I just have a few viewers that I'm gonna try to help out.
The watch time is going to be so massive.
I don't know. It'll be a few hours at least. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, it seems like Hisco's still in someone else's world. So yeah, Hisco, whenever you're ready, just let me know and I'll kind of I think I have some resin to spend now, so I can do a domain and then afterwards I can join your world, Hisco, if you're ready then. But have you done anything super exciting, Jordan?
Not really. I really just laughed at... Oh my god, what were we laughing at? We were laughing at Omori gifts for about an hour. And then, what else did we do? What isn't... Oh, and then we just started posting images from our Gartic phone game.
Oh yeah. That was a really fun game. I'm glad that we all got to play that.
And then... Ollie goes, does this man need a dog? Because I can bark, woof woof, arf arf. And we laughed at that for an hour.
Send one,
Anyway.
send 'em all.
If you look in Jordan Speaks, you'll see.
Alright. If I have any time to kill after this domain, then I'll take a look at the Discord, Jordan. But if you were asking me, Jayu, if I needed any help in the domains, I think I'm good for now. But if Hisco needs help, then we can definitely give them some help.
I literally hate Discord. It keeps disconnecting me from voice.
Aw.
That's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
One with nature.
Oh god. Wait, is it 5 a.m.? Oh my god. I think it's 5 a.m. for...
For X?
Oh.
Yeah, for the players. No, is it 4?
They're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. I can't
It would have
remember.
been 4 at 9. So yeah, it's 5 a.m. for him. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Tell Jeffy to go to sleep.
He did like 2 hours ago. No, I think it was an hour ago. I just changed it up. Okay. Oh, you should be back.
Time to go.
Jen, I'm okay.
Into the wind.
The wrong path, subject. One strength slice.
I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Gotta dash.
I'm being so slow on this domain. So yeah, I'm still getting used to Sayu as a character, but I think she's super fun. I would say her fun level, yeah, is like right at Ganyu. This is kind of a little bit random, but prior to Sayu's release a few days ago, I had a video where I ranked every characters based on how fun they were to play, and I anticipated Sayu being right next to Ganyu, right under Kazuha on my tier list, and I think so far I'm think my rankings were pretty accurate. Of course, those are just my rankings, and I know everybody else has fun playing different characters, but I'm happy that it's holding true for me at least. Let's take a look at our friends list again and see if Hisco is ready. All right. Alright, seems like I just invited at the wrong time, so I'll try again. There we go. So yeah, feel free to let me know in the chat if there's anything in particular you're looking for. And happy to see you here, Jayu, as well. We're Animo Gang plus short character gang. Are you still just looking for violet grass? Ooh, I heard a chest opening. I'm gonna take a look at your map and see what you've found. Over here by me, by third player, there's a common chest for you to open. Alright. So you have a lot of the waypoints unlocked at least. So yeah, you're still looking for violet grass. Alright, I'll show you a few spots. But first I want you to open this chest so that you don't forget about it. Let me climb up to you. This way, follow me. Right down here is a chest. Can you open it? Maybe I'm just getting lag on my screen. Yeah, you gotta break it first. Oh, you can't. Sometimes that happens. That's weird. At least you know where it is. Let's actually teleport towards, sorry for mispronouncing these, but let's teleport towards, the goddess statue at, between Lingju Pass and Dunyu Ruins. Because I know near the ore deposit over here, there's a few violet grass. If you're having trouble, yeah, just look on the map. Oh, did I? Okay, good. I didn't fall and die. I only remember where this violet grass was because I farm ores, or at least I used to. Since Inazuma's dropped, I haven't been farming ores too much. But there's one violet grass up here. Maybe we should kill the rune guard first. But yeah, there's at least one violet grass over here. And then after you grab this one, I can take you to, I think there's 2 more a little bit south of here. Yeah, and sorry about the delay. Alright. Can you see the violet grass? There you go. Nice. Yeah, and sorry about the chat delay as well. I think I'm playing on normal latency, so it's about like anywhere from a 15-second to 30-second lag. I'm not sure exactly. Alright, so now I'm going to teleport to the waypoint south of here. And there's 2 violet grasses on this cliff just south of the waypoint. Oh, this is my first time actually seeing Sayu's climbing animations. The way she climbs up is kind of normal, but just the way she climbs down seems really cute. Just watching the way the tail wags. Alright, and now you're ascending your Xinyan, so sounds exciting. But yeah, if you take a look at your map, just south of the waypoint, that is south of that tower, there's going to be 2 more violet grass. And then I think once you hop over the waterfalls, there's also a few more. Now you need a hero's wits. Do you have any resin left over, Hisco? If you don't have resin to spend, then I think really the only way to get wits would be to go through quests and open chests. And if you do have resin to spend, then we can do some ley lines with you if you'd like.
I should have just stayed in bed today.
I guess I'll head back over to where you guys are at. Oh, so I see you're typing in the game, sorry. Yep, blue ley lines give experience and gold ones give Mora.
One with the wind.
Is my map just lagging so much? Okay, there you are. Gone you. Whoops.
Can't catch me.
Oh, it seems Hisco's way over by the stone gate. Yeah, there is a blue ley line up there. So let's investigate. Oh, is it not working? Oh, it's just laggy. It's so nice to go into a world that hasn't been explored very much, or a world with so many chests left over. Such a nice feeling. Did she drop down? Or did they, Xinyan drop down? I think they ran out of stamina. If you go back to the waypoint, if you teleport to the waypoint, you can actually just step on this platform.
Where's my shelter? Quick! Watering works on plants, but not people.
And that can help. Oh no, you did make it up and I guess I just didn't see you. I guess that's my fault. I'm just gonna go to Kazuha just so I can glide faster then. Yeah, sorry Hisco. It looks like you fell on my screen and I just didn't see you. It just must have been some lag or something. But yeah, the ley line's just down here.
One with nature.
Nice. Hisco was saying playing on max graphics was a bad idea. I wonder what my graphics are even at. I don't think they're like fully max, but they're like at high, I think. Yeah, I'm at high, but then I have like I have some things turned down a little bit. I'm hoping it's not like my internet that's being slow, just because, you know, being online in Genshin while streaming might make me a bit slow. So if it's my internet that's being uncooperative, then I apologize.
Time to go.
I mean, the game itself is running smoothly for me, but I don't know like what it is in terms of the like server side communication. But yeah, let's do the sleigh line down here. I'll be waiting.
The wind knows me.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Oh, Hisco just sees us flying.
One with nature.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Hisco is moving. No! Don't get trapped. Let me give you a boost. No! Hisco's getting eaten by the crevice. No! Let's take a photo. Oh no, you got out as soon as I went to photo mode. There we go. Oh. Alright.
No touching.
Yeah, feel free to turn your graphic settings down if you think that'll help. I don't want your phone exploding on this. Alright, we're so close to that ley line.
Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
Coming to be. Live.
Solidify. Stabilize.
Witness my great undertaking. Coming to be. Live.
Rise. Order guide you.
Coming to be.
Gather.
Alright, let's see what other fun characters that we can mess around with. In terms of constructs in this account, I think I only have Albedo. I guess I could go back to Kazuha and just jump off your pillar.
One with nature.
Solidify.
The wind knows me. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Quake.
I wonder if I can do this. Let's try this out. Wonder if it'll let me put an elevator under Hisco.
Live. Burst forth.
Yeah, I think the game's making it so I can't put an elevator right under Hisco. Oh, there we go. Oh, did we just break everything? top of the morning to you, Hisco.
Burst forth. Stabilize.
So, Hisco, can you like describe how you're stuck exactly? Is it like your game is just frozen? Maybe you could like restart your game if you think that would help. And then we could just rejoin later.
Gather.
I do want to try to at least get you one ley line done, but I can also understand that if you're having internet troubles or phone troubles that it might be hard.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Did they disappear? Oh no.
Live. Stabilize. Quake.
Oh, my flower disappeared. There we go. Is it too far away now, though?
Coming to be.
There we go. That's better.
Rise.
Oh, Pisco's somewhat back. I don't know.
Burst forth.
Alright, yeah, no problem, Hisco. Seems like you'll be back in a few seconds, so... There we go, you switched to Razor. Oh! It seems like you're able to move around, nice! Let's try out this domain. Or not this domain, this ley line, sorry.
Want a taste of my hammer? There's no end to this.
Pick the wrong test subject.
be.
Nice. How much more resin do you have to spend? We can do a few more if you'd want to. I'll go back to Sayu. Ocean thing? Ocean it? Oh. If you need... Do you need... I guess what water characters are you... hydro characters are you raising? Oh, if you don't have any resin and you just want to kill stuff for fun, we can do that too. I can, I'll teleport to Oceanid then, though.
Make my escape. Let's find shelter, quick! Watering works on plants, but not people. Huh? And away I go!
Oh, thanks for the shot. That was super helpful, Jayu. I don't think Sayu is going to be the best character in this fight, but if I can somehow swirl some cryo reactions... I probably won't be able to, because I'll be affected by Hydro and will always swirl Hydro first. But you know what? It's okay. Oh no, Hisco drowned. You know what? There's only one thing to do now. Trying to actually look at what bow you have. Are you using stringless? I can't tell. Yeah, stringless.
We're way behind schedule.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
We're way behind schedule.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
All right, we're halfway done.
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Last round.
We seek but a small haven of tranquil waters.
I actually got an achievement from that. I don't know what the achievement was, but
Rain falls and rivers flow. Water will exist forever.
defeat Oceanid in co-op. Nice. All right. Anything else that either of you need? All right, now you got to go to school. Well, thanks so much for playing and watching the stream. I had a blast, and I hope you did too. Did you need anything else, JU?
I keep watch. You leave?
Access denied.
I'll give you a flower as you go. Alright, and Jayu run out of resin. Alright. I think I'm out of resin too. So, I actually think this is then a great point to end the stream. I just wanted to say I had so much fun. I really haven't streamed in a while. I think my very first videos on this channel were streaming when I was wishing for Hu Tao and Ganyu, and I haven't streamed since then. Jayu was saying that they've been grinding the Animo art domain with no luck. Yeah, I guess what we can do is I'll show you my... I've been grinding the heck out of that domain too, so... Let me just go to filter for Viridescent. So I haven't been deleting or getting rid of my viridescent goblets because I kind of like this visual record of how many that I have. So I have how many full rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 plus 2. So I have 6 rows plus 1, and they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times 6, that's what, 54 plus 1, so 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. I have 70 goblets for viridescent, and none are elemental mastery. And hey, Christian, who just came in, Christian Hansen. So I am not pulling for Yoimiya. I was pulling for Sayu. I was pulling for C1 Sayu, and I did get my C1 Sayu. So I spent 66 wishes to get Sayu, and then I purposely stopped after that because I don't want Yoimiya. Jayu is saying that they're missing a 5 crit rate viridescent for Venti currently. Not sure what you mean by 5 crit rate, if you just mean 5 rolls. Or if you do you mean artifacts with crit rate? My best crit rate on viridescent would be my Kazuha flower right now, which is 16.5%. So I think this was all the rolls went into crit rate, but it started with 3 rolls. So I think that's 4 rolls into crit rate total. But yeah, as you can see, I've been farming the crap out of viridescent. I did that ever since 1.4 so that I could get good Kazuha gear. So I had some decent gear that I could give to Sayu, but I'm still lacking that elemental goblet. Oh, 5-star crit rate. Okay. That makes sense, JU. Yeah, for crit rate, I actually have a number of crit rate helmets. I just don't want them because I want crit damage instead. Let's scroll up to my 20s again. Crit rate, I have this one, which I think is pretty good. 20% crit damage and 44 elemental mastery. It's just that I'd much rather run crit damage circlets rather than crit rate. Let me take a look at your characters then, JU. Whoops, don't accept the join. That was an accident. I was just trying to... Oh well, it's okay. I'll check out your world too, and I'll do a quick character analysis of you if I can look at your showcase. If I can remember the buttons to do that. So I go to friends, and then what do I click? Friend details. Oh wow, you have a lot of level 90s. I guess, yeah, you can look at my own showcase. I haven't put Sayu in my showcase yet, just because I only got her yesterday, but let's take a look. Do I view details, or? There we go. So your Venti is 1400 attack. Some crit rating, crit damage, a lot of elemental or energy recharge. You have so much energy recharge in Venti. My personal recommendation is that Venti doesn't need that much energy recharge. He needs a little bit, but he actually generates particles at a fairly high rate. So you could potentially cut back on the energy recharge. And I know that most people built out their Ventis before the Elemental Mastery boost happened, but if you do have Elemental Mastery stuff, then that'd be great for him. That's actually a really good Sans, so no complaints there. I mean, of course, you don't have crit rate on it, but you have a ton of crit damage. That's a great Sans. Your flower is a little bit hodgepodge, but it's not awful. Same with your flower, so your feather and flower are in the same. And then you have crit rate on your 4-star, I see. And that's where all your energy recharge is coming from. I'm guessing you also have an energy recharge bow.
I'll play you another tune.
Yeah,
But it'll cost
Favonius. Yeah, I'd say potentially getting a different bow if you have stringless. That might be the first thing to get on your Venti if you wanted to upgrade him. Oh my goodness. All those constellations and Venti. Oh, wow. But you have your talents right where they should be. I might raise your ult 1 higher as well, just to keep it on par with your E. But very impressive. And then no constellations on Zhongli. Let's take a look at his artifacts. So you do have 2-piece Bolide, which I think is great for him. I personally run 4-piece Millilith, but it is like if you don't have any characters that also could utilize the Pale Flame, then farming Millilith is kind of a waste of resin. Let's start with the flower. That's a really good flower. Feather, pretty good. I mean, you have a lot of elemental mastery and a decent amount of crit damage. Your Sans is ER, and ER is just because Zhongli's burst is so low, I'm pretty sure his burst cost is only 40. It might be 60, but I think it's 40. Since his burst cost is so low, I would recommend going either attack percent or
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree.
or even HP if you're going an HP build for him. Whoops. And then Goblet is geo damage. Alright, Goblet. It rolled into defense a lot, but it's geo damage, so great job there. And crit damage on Gladiator. 18% on Gladiator isn't bad by any means in terms of attack, just because Gladiator is hard to farm. And Dragon Spine Spear. I would say you only have level 70. Are all your weapons level 70? You do have level 90 Stringless on Ganyu. I would say, you know, trying to get your weapons up to level 90 can definitely be a big help as well. Let's see. Kazuha with Festering Desire. Alright. And then 2-piece Viridescent. Decent Feather. I would say go for a better Feather for sure, simply because feathers are pretty common. You don't have to get with you don't have to bother with a good main stat, but it's a good feather. It's just feathers normally are going to be one of your best pieces.
Come on, traveler, let's go. The world is full of lost balance just waiting to be rediscovered.
Energy recharge, animo damage. This is a pretty good goblet, and then you have a pretty good circlet as well. Leslie is your flower. Yeah, and I think for Kazuha, this is a pretty good flower. It looks like you had 2 rolls into attack, though, which is unfortunate. But for Kazuha, it works. I would say if you can get a a feather and a flower that have no rolls into a flat stat other than elemental mastery, then that could be really helpful.
Sure, I'll play you another tune. But
All right. Oh,
you
sorry.
an
I
apple.
just now saw your message, Hisco. So I personally don't have a Discord server for myself. Maybe once I get a few more subscribers, I'll consider it. But since I'm still such a small channel, I don't really have one. But so glad that you were able to watch. And when I do get a Discord server, I'll definitely let you guys know. Alright, and just realizing that I didn't see Christian's second message as well, that they are going to stop after Sayu themselves and waiting for Ball. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think I'm waiting for Ball as well. Yeah, and Jayu, if you get 2 characters that need the middle of a set, then that might be great for both Zhongli and
Right
for
now, I wish I was
Albedo
sitting
potentially.
At the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
Alright, and D-Luke. You have a decent amount of crit rate and crit damage on D-Luke, so that's good. Snow-Tombed Star Silver. And then 2-piece Crimson Witch. That's a pretty good feather for Lava Walker. Very respectable flower. The 1 roll into HP is unfortunate, but it happens. Crit damage helmet. 22% attack is really good. Of course, if you could get some crit rate, that would be amazing, but that's really hard at the same time. Pyro damage. I would really recommend yeah, really recommend trying to get 5 stars for those. And Tartaglia with an R1 Rust. I think if you're able to get refines for Rust, R5 Rust is an amazing bow for child. Artifacts, it seems like you're still a work in progress here, but no big deal. Pretty good hydro damage goblet. I mean, it does have a number of rolls into defense, but at least it has a decent crit damage. And goblets can be really hard to get. And some EM. You're Ganyu. Stringless on Ganyu. 2-piece Blizzard Strayer. Alright, and Hisco is asking to join your Discord server. If you're still here and you drop the link, I can try to visit it again later at the end of the stream. What else? Constellation 0. Oh, so I think... Oh, you have C. It seems like you've only been rolling D-Lukes when you get off pity, it seems. Child...
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree.
Alright.
Looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
Pretty good flower. This is looking like it has a lot of potential for the plume. I'd say take the plume to +20. It's worth it. And then I'd also say take the sands to +20 as well. And then, yeah, if you can get a cryo damage goblet, that'd be great to get the extra rolls into cryo. And then crit rate there. Up next is Jean. Oof. I'm so sorry about this artifact. So much copium into HP. But it is crit damage, so that's decent at least. Oh. Raise this artifact like crazy. +20 this one, for sure. +20 it. This flower has the potential to be amazing as long as you avoid HP rolls. That flower, or that feather, excuse me, looks really good. And then your Mona basically has nothing. Witsith. Alright. But yeah, you have a decent start on a lot of characters. It's just kind of getting your weapons to level 90, and also then I'd say, like, you know, just making sure that you're getting decent enough artifacts as well. But, you know, C5 on Venti, I can't even imagine.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Come on, traveler, let's go. The world is full of lost ballads just waiting to be rediscovered.
All right. So with that, thanks for showing me your characters, Jayu. If you want any advice on any of your characters, feel free to ask at any time, and I'll be happy to assist in any way. Let's see. And your status is waiting for Skara and Albedo gang. So it looks like you want Skara Mooch. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, he seems like he could be a really cool character as well when he's finally released. But with that, thanks so much for letting me join your world, and thanks so much for helping out Hisco as well. So I'll leave the world, and then I'll say a few closing words to end the stream. Alright, yeah, I've been streaming for almost 4 hours, a little over 3 hours and 45 minutes. So everybody who's been watching, thanks so much. You gave me a nice opportunity to play Sayu around. I had so much fun with that Hutao story quest as well. And I think Sayu was fun to play in that quest too. That dungeon was so fun. I had no idea. I was completely blind in that dungeon. And I hope you guys all of the best of luck. Excuse me. I hope you guys have the best of luck in your own wishes if you guys are going for Sayu. I'll be in the next few days. I'll try to release a Sayu build guide. It might take a little bit of time just to, you know, get familiar with this character and see how things go. If anybody is looking for a Sayu build guide that is already released, the best one that I've seen so far is probably one by a user called Ganyu Sensei. So Ganyu space Sensei.
I should have just stayed in bed.
That Sayu guide that I've seen so far seems to be the most promising. But I feel like that guide might be over-highlighting the Elemental Mastery build and not giving the DPS build as much of a chance to shine. But what that guide does a great job of is actually showing the numbers for different builds and how they compare to each other. So if anybody's looking for an immediate guide, I definitely recommend the one by Ganyu Sensei. I don't know Ganyu Sensei personally. I never talked to them. It's just within the last 24 hours, that's the video for Sayu builds that I think has the most potential.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
And yep, I'll definitely try to release mine within the next few days, probably sometime this weekend. Tomorrow on Thursday, I have a new artifact video that's dropping. My channel itself focuses mostly on character summoning and artifact rolling. And then I have on the side a few character builds. I have a Kazuha character build. And then I hopefully will get a Sayu build done as well. Thanks so much for watching, and again, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!